Extra, extra. Discontinued products from the 1990s. Where did they go? Extra, extra. Grab your slap bracelets and hit the rewind button. We're diving back to the raddest decade since swing met sock hops, the 1990s. Back when your Tamagotchi needed more attention than your homework, and the only streaming was the Nickelodeon slime flooding your screen. But hey, have you ever wondered what happened to all those legendary snacks, wild toys, and fizzy drinks that defined your childhood? Strap in, folks, because we're unearthing the discontinued relics of the 90s, one neon-splattered memory at a time. 1. Surge Soda. First up, Surge. The soda that roared into lunchrooms in '97 like a citrus-charged tidal wave. Coca-Cola's answer to Mountain Dew, Surge had more attitude than a skateboard sticker. It promised intense refreshment and delivered a caffeine jolt straight to your Walkman lovin' soul. But by the early 2000s, Surge was flat, canceled, pulled off shelves faster than a pog on fire. A brief revival came in the 2010s, but original 90s Surge, that was the real fizz. Easy Squirt Ketchup. Now let's paint the town. Purple? Enter Easy Squirt Ketchup. Heinz dropped this edible art supply in 2000, but it started brewing in the late 90s. It came in blastin' green and funky purple, perfect for squirtin' Picasso portraits on your dino nuggets. It was weird. It was wonderful. It was wild. But parents weren't impressed. By 2006, it vanished, leaving only stained plates and a confused generation behind. Skechers. Energy. Sneakers. With lights. Sure, you had your LA lights, but if you really wanted to flex in '98, you laced up some Skechers energy kicks. Chunky, shiny, and guaranteed to blind your teacher if the light hit 'em right. Kids ran around looking like backup dancers for NSYNC. But trends moved faster than a dial-up download, and the chunky shoe revolution went quiet, until the retro boom brought 'em back. Still, the original light-up versions? Lost to time, baby. Lunchables, pizza, and taco variants. Lunchables! The golden ticket of the cafeteria. But you weren't really ballin' unless you had the pizza or even the mythical taco Lunchables. Cold rubbery dough discs, tiny pepperoni, and a plastic stick to spread tomato goo. Pure five-star nostalgia. But some variants, like tacos, burgers, even pancakes, didn't make the grade. They were quietly benched by Kraft, leaving only the legends in rotation. Nintendo Cereal System. Breakfast was serious business in the 90s, and no brand knew that better than Nintendo. Enter the Nintendo Cereal System. 2 cereals in one box. One side Mario, one side Zelda. Each crunch felt like leveling up. It was like eating the cartridge dreams were made of. But it launched late in the 80s and barely survived into the early 90s. High sugar, low sales, and kaput. Game over. Gake and Flarp. Gak, you squeezed it, you stretched it. You definitely got it stuck in your carpet. Nickelodeon's signature slime in a tub was the grossest and greatest toy of the decade. Its cousin, Flarp, brought the fart noise revolution to classrooms everywhere. But with new safety rules and cleaner living rooms, both faded away faster than a Goosebumps book in a math class. 3D Doritos. Flat chips? Please? The late 90s gave us 3D Doritos. Puffy, crunchy pockets of cheesy gold. They were loud, proud, and left more residue on your fingers than a Crayola meltdown. But after a few years of glorious crunch, they disappeared without explanation. Fans cried, fingers cleaned. They made a comeback in the 2020s. Betty Spaghetti. Dolls got flexible in the late 90s, and none more so than Betty Spaghetti. The mix-and-match doll with bendy limbs, rubbery hair, and more accessories than a Spice Girls dressing room. She was cool. She was weird. She was fun to fling across the living room. But after the novelty wore off and sales dipped, Betty got shelved like an outdated Beanie Baby. And there you have it, folks. A tip of the backwards cap to the bygone brands, discontinued delights, and throwback treasures of your neon-tinted youth. Whether it lived in your Game Boy, your lunchbox, or your sock drawer, these 90s legends may be gone, but they ain't forgotten. This has been the Ragtime Reporter signing off, reminding you to blow on that cartridge, eat the crust last, and never, ever trust a VHS tape without a label.